efficiently. You run the ball very well. You can go pass the ball really well. And I think Coach Riley gives us that versatility as an offense to do either or. And on top of that, I think as players, the personnel we have on offense also give us that chance to do either or just as well as another. Whether that's our passing game with Cade, Bo, Antonio Williams, Cole Turner, guys like that, or whether it's our run game with Ship, Maffa, and some of the dogs we got up front. So I think it's really exciting.
Right. Also playing a lot of snaps, the 19th most in Clemson history. How are you able to protect your body and prevent injuries?
Yeah, I think just as getting older, being proactive, right? When I was younger, maybe something hurt. It's like, you're being soft and stuff like that. When really that's not necessarily the case, because those small injuries can lead to even bigger ones. And it's really just taking care of your body. But also for me, this is the best I've ever felt. I mean, I've heard guys when they're in their 4th and 5th year and they're talking about how beat up they feel and all that stuff like that. This is the best I've ever felt. When I was younger, I was a lot of times had injuries and stuff like that. Last year was the first year really that I played that I didn't really have an injury. I was good to go. And I think sometimes that's kind of a relief as well.
One more question for you. As your 5th year and your 2nd year at center, how do you think your game has matured and progressed along the years?
I think if I could say anything, I've become more comfortable with being uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. I think I'm able to process things faster, not only for myself but for the offensive line. I think leadership helps as well, right? Because, my teammates, whether they directly or indirectly, they make me want to be better. They push me to be better while I try to make them better as well. And I just think more comfortable, just a little more crisp. I think efficiency on my stance is going to be better. I think I'm a little bit quicker. I think just my body's better. I had a great summer. On that level, so I'm excited and just kind of building off maybe some of the success I had last year, but also building and becoming better off maybe some things I didn't do as well last year. It's just another year to grow, and I think with that experience you're talking about, the more experience you have, the more you understand how you can deal with that kind of stuff. And this is the last year for me, so yeah, I think it'll definitely be better.
Hey, Will, your next question.
Everything in terms of the conference that you can. You've been all conference multiple times. You've won ACC championships and all that. But it seems like Clemson has a national focus. And in terms of that, for you as an individual and this as a team, if you were to receive All-American honors as well as winning a national championship this year, what would those two things mean?
It would mean a lot to me, and I think even more so, I hope it would mean a lot to my teammates, because really I can't do this without my teammates. And like I was saying earlier, they're the ones that motivate me to be better. While I'm trying to be a leader, trying to motivate them, in turn, directly, indirectly, they make me want to be better. And being center, I can't do it without the guys left and right of me, right? I'm not. It's not a solo gig for me. It's really all 5. If I do well, everyone does well. Everyone does well, I do well, right? So that's what it really means to me. It wouldn't just be from a personal standpoint, but just it's something I'd be really proud, and I hope our entire offensive line can be proud about, and as would be for anyone getting any sort of accolades.
Hey, Will, your next question is from Noah over here on the side.
Who inspired you?
Who inspires me the most? Man, that's a tough question. I think one person inspires me both is my older brother. I have an older brother. His name's Neil. He's 3 years older than me, and he's someone that inspires me every single day. Because we're not. He did. He was a wrestler. He wrestled in college. So he was a college wrestler. He played football as well, but he inspired me every single day because he lived right in the right way.
How do you feel like this offensive unit has grown since the spring and just getting comfortable with Garrett Riley's offense?
Yeah, I think with Coach Riley, I think just as a whole unit, offensive unit, we have more cohesion. I think there's better chemistry, and I think sometimes that chemistry off the field, it can really, it can start leading on the field. And I think Coach Riley, like I said earlier, him becoming to Clemson's brought a lot of excitement, and I think that's really contagious, and it's really positive for the program. I would expect tempo. More tempo. Yeah, we're ready for it. We've been conditioning hard all summer so we can be prepared for it. We're ready for it, so we're excited. It's something that we've practiced a lot over the summer is being able to run the tempo when necessary. And if we need to slow it down, we can slow it down. If we need to speed it up, we can speed it up. We can do both because we want to be very versatile and capable of whatever needs to be done.
And I think I've got this right. We're used to the big boards coming up over there on the sidelines, with the pictures on them. So that's no longer.
I guess not. No. I mean, I don't think they are. I think Coach Riley might be on the sideline. I'm not too sure about that. It's mostly like quarterback stuff. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Our strength coach, Coach Hogan, he does triathlons. And he's very much into triathlons, very much into fitness in general. And I'll work out with him sometimes. We might go swimming and stuff like that. He was doing a triathlon, and he asked me if I would do the running leg of it. He was going to swim and bike. And I didn't really want to, but I ended up just agreeing. I kind of got guilted into it, and I ended up doing it. Actually, I thought it was a 5K. It was actually 4 miles, so it was a little more than that. And that was brutal. It was brutal. Don't really want to do it again, but I did it once. I'm glad I did it, and that's one thing he told me. He's like, look, I've never had anyone or myself personally that have done like a triathlon, done some sort of race that at the end of the day was regretted it and wish they didn't do it. So obviously I didn't get first place by any means, but tried my best. So. Yeah, I mean, just kind of more. I guess the coaches are going to put a little bit more trust into us up front on maybe certain things we see. I mean, obviously, like anything else, it'll be week to week kind of basis. Whether it's kind of in the run game or in pass protections, Cade has a lot on his plate, and I think kind of the coaches maybe giving us some of that decision-making capability can kind of take some off of his plate and the rest of the backfield. And at the end of the day, as offensive line, our job is blocking people. So I think kind of giving us that decision-making ability a little bit more is going to be beneficial for everybody.